Bro, I think we are heading into a place like in that same vein of like the way that AI is going to determine creativity. I was watching a video I tweeted out a couple weeks ago that was talking about like the thesis of the video ended up being like comparing the way that AI is happening right now when it comes to art to the way the evolution like from paintings to photos. Where it's like there was a point where like paintings, the whole point of like paintings at first became like how close to reality can we get because there was no photography. So artists increasingly became more technical and it became like, damn, this shit looks like a photo. And at a certain point, it became too. It became like it reached its peak. It was really realistic, and then photos came. And it was like, well, we have no need for fucking realistic paintings because we have actual photos. I don't need you to draw the real thing. I can see the real thing. And that's what inspired painters being like, okay, well, what the fuck do we do now? And then it became about what can we do that a camera can't do? And then that's what painting, or at least like drawing or painting, has evolved into. It's like trying to tap into something that a camera can't do. So it strayed away from like realism in paintings to like abstract art and shit like that because that a camera can't do.
Is that what you think art is going to become?
So the thesis of that video was like, that's what's happening with AI. AI is going to master music, movies, fucking all kinds of art in a technical sense, where like it will be able to do it perfectly. But then artists will have to evolve and be like, okay, what can we do that AI can't? And I think that's going to be the way that art moves after that. Which I thought that was a great point. It was a great way to compare it because like it's a learning machine. It's gonna learn to do all the technical parts, all the parts that have no human spirit or soul is gonna know how to do it effectively. Like it's just gonna know how to do it, right? Like framing shots, like whatever. But there's gonna come a point where it's like, well, AI can't express a certain feeling, right? That you can do, but you gotta know how to do it in a way that AI can't. Like that's all the art is gonna turn into is like, what can I do that AI can't? And I thought that video was really interesting. And it goes to what he's saying, even with the creative direction. It's like, if we're looking at like, well, what's gonna get us views, AI is gonna optimize this to a certain extent that is gonna become meaningless. Because it's like, well, we just figured out the algorithm of the phones that we use, which that in of itself is man-made, right? Like what we see on our algorithms comes from apps that we are using that it's not inherently like natural. These are apps that were created, right? Like that's not really what's the best. It's the best what works within the confines of your phone that you're using, you know? So I think it's just gonna be about, for art moving forward, it's just gonna be getting around like AI algorithms, whatever. And I think in more ways than one, even like something like, to me, like curation is going to become very important because it's going to be like, it's not a playlist that Spotify can serve me of like songs that vaguely sound similar. It's like what actually is worth something when everything is the same on the algorithm.
We've already seen like Spotify make like fake podcasts this year in rap. Right?
Yep.
People like Spotify was giving people like
on the raps that were like, these are the songs you enjoy.
Yeah, it was like a fake podcast explaining your rap. So AI can already do podcasting. So what is the future of talks?
That's a good question.
What is the future?
I knew this is where you were going. Yeah.
AI can already do talks. Then what is the future of talks? Like, what is it?
Well, okay.
Because I think AI, by the way, I think AI can make a Drew Gooden video. And that's talks, but it's like more explaining.
Yeah, I see where you're.
But AI can make that. Like,
you're not wrong. I think for talks, I think it becomes about then intrinsically. I think it just becomes about the ideas because I don't think AI can create a profound idea. It can talk about certain things in a way that is like very educated, and it can even like, that's the thing with AI, it gives you the illusion of like something deeper going on, but it's all regurgitated. It's all like, it's AI, it's self-learning, it's AI is not actually thinking, it's just taking everything on the fucking internet and throwing it into a big gumbo. So it becomes about like, then I think ideas, I think it devalues maybe professional broadcasting.
Yeah.
Because AI can just copy that off,
like Charlemagne on like so you say like the Breakfast Club becomes
irrelevant because that rhythm is like a rhythm. Then it becomes more so about like, fuck how you say the idea. What's your idea?
What's your idea?
And I think that's what's going to stand out more than the way the idea is said. Because the way the idea is said, like I said, AI is going to perfect it. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like it's going to be able to get the right words. It's going to know the right words in the right order. And that shit won't matter. I mean, but also this gets to an existential question, which like I don't think we're there, but I am afraid of is like, can AI are we as humans not that unpredictable?
No.
And
I think we're so predictable.
So that's what I'm saying. So then maybe it's going to get to like that's the downer version of everything I just said for the past 20 minutes. Maybe there's nothing we can do that AI can't.
You got to realize that there's an AI out there. I'm not going to tell anybody the name of it, but there's an AI out there where you can like feed it hours of content and it would spit out a perfect we watched it on I showed you the clip a few months back. It was Legion of Skanks. They did it. They fed it.
With the comedian, they're doing like a stand-up routine. Yeah.
Somebody could feed. We have hundreds of hours of us talking on the internet. Mm-hmm. We're talking about ups and downs. We're talking about like comedy, serious. We're talking about emotional peaks. Yeah, we could feed that. Somebody could feed that to AI. They could and make potty mouth. They could make the AI potty mouth
for sure. Yeah.
So at that point, like, do we become irrelevant or what?
We adapt, bro. Okay. We change the same way that you've been doing, even within just content. Mm-hmm. It becomes a thing of like. Maybe it's just one of the. Weirdly enough, I guess it just has to keep you from, like, it pushes us to not rest on our laurels because a lot of the times
we're
doing the thing that we know how to do.
Yeah, we're fucking running the hits.
Yes, we know when we're like, oh, I'm doing this thing, I know this will work. When you're feeling like, I don't want to, this will work. Like, I think AI is gonna make it because again, back to the new ideas. Everything you ever did is up for grabs. So you got to do either something new or AI is coming for you. You know, you got to reinvent yourself. You got to do something new. You got to be very aware of what you're doing. And I do think humans generally, I do think we are able to evolve if pushed. I think we can adapt to certain shit. But again, it's just going to make maybe something like talks that much harder where it's like, and also maybe it becomes like, I think the ideas have to be, everything about talks has to become more intentional in that case because even like something like filler words that we're using because we're just kind of on the spot. Yeah. That's subconscious.
Could AI write the baby shower? I don't think AI could do that yet because I feel like that's too in the moment. That's two people like feeling the energy of the room, coming up with an idea. Like I feel like that stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
But like AI could do. Don't say that to me, yo. Don't ever.
They could do our tropes. Yeah, AI can do tropes.
Petty did our tropes.
Yeah, Petty did it. If Petty can do it, AI can definitely do it.
Petty can do it. AI can do it. That's true.
Yeah, so it's like the tropes is like I think, but that's why I'm saying I'm focusing on the ideas because you strip everything down. What the fuck is the idea of whatever thing that's creative that you're doing? That's the thing that's like almost. I mean, it sounds gonna sound corny, but ideas are almost ethereal. How the fuck do you get a hold of an idea? Because even by the time an idea comes out of whatever kind of art is happening, whether it's talks, music, it's not exactly how you envision it most of the time.
It's never the idea from inception to finished product has changed 30 times in the making.
Exactly, just of the boundaries of just like. Because ideas
sometimes it's human limitations.
That's what I mean. Like ideas, that's what I mean. Like ideas are almost kind of ethereal because it's like it's not when you come up with an idea. It's just like it's very pure. You're not thinking of like at least at first when it hits you like how do I do this? Because once you start doing how do I do this, that's where the world, the human and the worldly and fucking
financial
physics,
limitations,
all the limitations that exist,
and then you got to work within that's.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so
that's why it's ethereal.
Is the future of human content with us fighting AI? Does it become more low budget? Does it become more like tangible? Does it become more real? Like for example, like a blockbuster movie won't hit the same because AI can make a blockbuster.
Yeah.
AI can't make Clerks.
Yeah, fact.
AI can't make a shitty black and white movie inside of a fucking Jersey corner store inside New Jersey. Yeah, and I think that's how we combat it. We combat it by just being like, well, we have to exist within our limitations. AI has no limitations. AI can make anything and everything is possible.
I see what you're saying.
So we have to fight. We have to be like, okay, I'll work within the confines. Yeah, and that might make art better. That might make art.
Well, it's
better.
I think it's forcing the idea to be the main thing, which is something that I know you are particularly like sensitive of, especially like we've talked about like A24 movies. How a lot of the times those movies are tricks. You know, they know what to do to get you to think something means more than it does. And I know that bothers you a lot when it's like you're tricking me here. Yeah. Like I know what the fuck you're doing. You're playing the tricks. I think with something like AI is all tricks, bro. AI is all tricks. It's all technique. You know, and so when you take that away, like what's the best way to do this? And it's like, well, what's the best idea? Fuck how this is done. Like what's the best idea? I think that's what. So it's gonna increasingly maybe just become more and more like low quality almost, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because people are looking for something more closely resembling real life.
Yeah, something. I think will become. We talk about the fucking threshold of relatability often. Like why a song like. I played the core song "I'm a Star" earlier.
Yeah.
I think part of the appeal of that song,
Yeah.
it was sung so badly and everybody could sing that.
Yeah.
And I think that will become like the appeal of art. Like it's so bad that it's good because it's human.
Yes, exactly.
And human is imperfections.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and AI is all perfection. That's all it sees.
All perfection.
Yeah. So what can you do that AI can't? Be imperfect.
Potty mouth. Stop playing.
Well, hello, potty mouth.